Basically, I need to tell the truth to the audience. This is the second time we're recording this intro because so ஒரு நல்ல intro record பண்ணோம்.
நல்ல flowல போய்கிட்டு இருந்துச்சு.
அந்த flow பத்தி தான் நம்ம அப்புறமேல பேச போறோம். So
pun intended.
There is a double meaning. You can see, but we can of course knock out another intro, man. It's in our genes.
You do this one more time or no? You are.
Okay. So, come to the seriousness. Neergale, welcome back to another episode. In the varam we're going to be talking about Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month to all our listeners there who celebrate Pride Month.
Today we have a special guest to celebrate this moment. நான் ஃப்ளோன்னு முதல்ல சொன்னேன். அவர் பேர் ராஜுன் ஃப்ளோ. ராஜுன் ஃப்ளோ யாருன்னு கேட்பீங்க, டிக்டாக்ல போய் பாருங்க, அவர் யாருன்னு தெரியும். He's a very honest,
most of the Indians know it.
Yeah. அவர் ராஜுன் ஃப்ளோன்னு தெரியாதா? சின்ன குழந்தைகிட்ட போய் கேட்டு பாருங்க. சொல்லாம ராஜுன் அது கூட தெரியும். So he's a unique dancer. He's got a unique dancer. He's got a unique photo shoot especially. I think the photo shoot was what really caught my eyes. It's extremely unique. So adunale we reached out to him and I think this is the best guest to actually get his story out here. So Rajun,
hi everyone.
Welcome to the episode.
Hey, thank you for having me.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. How are you guys?
You're good, man. Thank you for traveling all the way from one corner of Singapore to the other corner of Singapore. We appreciate your time.
No worries.
Okay, so basically, we're talking about this episode in Pride Month, right? So what significance does Pride Month have for you?
So basically for me, I feel that Pride Month is all about expressing love for one another and knowing that love has no form to it. Is literally just a feeling, expression. No matter what gender you are, what race, what background you come from, or even what pronouns you identify as, love is just love, and you're allowed to love everyone. I feel like that's the main message of Pride Month. And also for Pride Month, it is an opportunity for us, the queer community, to come out and tell everyone hey, we exist and we are not some abnormal
beings.
Beings that exist on this planet. We are literally just part of the spectrum, because as human beings, you can't just put us in a box and say that you are supposed to be straight and then you are supposed to only like girls or guys. We are literally just a life form that has a spectrum to it. So we exist in that spectrum, and Pride Month is just all about that.
Okay. So you were talking about Pride Month, right? So Singapore is part of Asia, which is generally, I would say, more conservative compared to Western cultures and all that. We are very traditional with regards to upbringing, etc. But now, ever since I think in the past decade or so, there's been gradual and I think now a little bit more fast-paced, more open society, more open to ideas, more open to concepts, more open to different people or different orientations, beliefs, etc.
In terms of Singapore, I feel like the newer generation now, we are definitely more open-minded to the queer community and whatnot. But compared to the older generation, I feel like they have a more traditional mindset. So what's happening now, I feel that there is two groups of us in Singapore right now. So I feel like there's still a lot of things that needs to be done.
Right.
Because in Singapore, for example, if you're queer, you can't get married or get a house together, or you can't adopt a kid, I think.
You don't have the benefits.
Yeah, you don't have the bare minimum as to be a couple or to be married here. So I feel like in that way, it really makes a lot of queer people feel like they're not normal, or they're not even getting these basic rights if they have a partner or something like that. So I think in that way, there is still a lot more things to be done, and especially now it's 2023 already. It's been so many years since Pink Dot has also happening, right? Every year, and this year they have it as well, this month. So I feel like there's still
long ways to go.
Have a lot of things that to Oh, my English is so bad now. Too many things that still have to be done. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think moving this from like the broader context to
Right.
ungloda kada, you came out a few years back.
Yeah.
And did you have any concerns, before coming out? Were there any stopping factors?
I feel like there was a lot of stopping factors when I was in school and when I was in the army. For that reason, which is why I didn't come out at all, because I was just surrounded with like people with traditional mindset. It was
Right.
it was hard for me to like do anything on social media. But it was after that I finished my army. I took a gap year before going to uni, and that was during the COVID period. I had a lot of time to myself. I was just at home. I was just like literally just doing whatever I wanted, and I wasn't really like meeting a lot of my friends or anything like that because we couldn't during COVID. So I had more freedom to just do what I want. Yeah, so that's why I grew the mustache. I started doing TikTok transitions and all that, and I realized that wow, I really felt like myself doing all that. I wasn't like putting myself in a box or like trying to or having the fear of what others might think, because I was literally just at home. I was literally not hearing anyone's opinions or anything like that. That is one reason why it made me think that, you know what, I'm just gonna... I don't think I officially like came out, but I sort of just started expressing myself freely.
Right.
Yeah. And I guess it was a process, more of like a point in time where I came out, sort of. I don't know whether that makes sense. It wasn't like a day that I came out, but it's more of like I slowly like just...
It's not like you wake up one day. It's a intuition, feeling.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm glad that I did that, because now I'm just like so comfortable in doing whatever I want and don't really care about what people say.
So you mentioned that it took a time, like it was a gradual process, right, coming out. So during that process, right, was it like, when you generally say like a process of coming out or process of change or something, people always think it's like a very linear thing.
Right.
When in truth, it's maybe like an up and down thing. Was it that way for you, or was it linear?
So while I was still serving army, it was a up and down thing, which is why I keep like wanting to come out and then I go back into my shell and did that. So I keep thinking to myself like, no, I'm straight. I like girls. That's what I was thinking during army. And then after that, I go back and I'm like, no, actually, I don't have any feelings for them. And then after that, like, I keep going back and forth. And then it was really after army that I just like, I just stopped hesitating and then just went to express myself freely, or just, I guess come out fully afterwards. Yeah.
Okay. So you came out after army, and I'm pretty sure like there were other நிறைய challenges இருந்திருக்கும், and you would have faced to a certain extent back, because anything you want to try unique, ஏதாச்சும் நீங்க புதுசா ஏதாச்சும் பண்ணீங்கன்னா, if it's not of the traditional society mindset,
the norms,
so did you face any kind of backlash from that angle, or like how did you actually, it's more like how did you actually counter those backlashes, if there is any?
For me, I have to be very... I'm very thankful and grateful for the life that I have, because my sisters were fine with it. My mom is fine with it. My friends, like, they're fine with it. Like, I didn't really face any backlash from people that are close to me.
Right.
They were all very supportive, and yeah, honestly, I felt so happy and grateful for that, because not many people have that. So that's also one reason why I was able to express myself more freely on Instagram or TikTok as well. But the backlash, I would say, is when I started posting content online, and then you start getting like hate comments and all that. And then at first, I guess, it really... I guess it affected me in some way, but I realized that is what you get if you are going to put yourself out there. And I realized that no matter who you are as a person, even if you're a straight man or you're a straight woman or whatever sexuality, whatever race, anything you put out, it's always gonna have backlash. So I just went along with it. But what I realized is that I just have to make sure that I am confident in my own skin and that I love my own self to know that whatever hate comments that other people are projecting on me shouldn't like really matter to me, honestly. Yeah.
And I recently read about this. Putting yourself out there, right, is actually vulnerability. It's like being vulnerable. It doesn't matter whether it doesn't matter straight or it doesn't matter. As long as you're produced in the podcast number we're making ourselves vulnerable, right? Technically.
Yes, we have had some comments.
Some very interesting comments. Keep them coming, folks. But it's
I mean, it's good engagement anyways.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I mean like for us also, right, like recently TikTok like we started posting and all that, and like at the start, right, when you're coming out of your shell to be in the public eye, basically, right, and people are starting to look at your content, that's why the comments will come also, right? So you mentioned that at the start it affected you a little bit, and then over time it you sort of understood that it's the nature of the beast, basically. But like when in the midst of overcoming it, right, was it like a long process for you, or like what do you have to tell yourself when people are like questioning you, and like basically to be honest, online negative comments is, if you were to put it in one umbrella, spreading hate basically in a way. So how do you like internally, your internal self-talk and all that, how do you get yourself to be resistant to it?
I think for me, I don't think it was really a long process. Because at the same time when I was getting these hate comments, I also get a lot of other good comments and everything. So I started to just concentrate on those kind of comments, because for every like maybe 100 people who compliments you, there'll be one people who like hates you, right? So why do you put your energy to that just one person that gives you hate comment? You should be giving your energy to the hundreds of people who are supporting you. So that is where I changed my mindset and started to put more energy on the people who support me and love me compared to the people who just want to spread hate. So
okay, that's good. So like with regards to, you mentioned that your family and your close friends were like a major support system for you, right? And like before, you were a little bit more like, you mentioned that it was a process coming out and all that. So was there a difference in the way people outside of this close circle treated you before and after?
No, not really actually. Because I feel that personality-wise, I've always been the same person. It was just that whether how I express myself online, but towards people in real life, I'm always like the same. I always talk the same. I always behave the same. So there wasn't really like a change of how they were treating me.
So that's the point. Like it doesn't affect you as a person, because you as a person, right? You're still the same person. You're still
exactly.
You're still that same loving son, loving brother, loving friend in that sense, right? It doesn't matter. So I think that's the key point here, I would say.
So like if let's say there are some people who are listening to this and அவங்களுக்கு வந்து கூச்சமா இருந்துச்சு, like வெளிப்படையா சொல்ல, like I am of this orientation, all that. So is there any message that you want to tell them, or any sort of support or advice that you can give them?
I think I would say take your time. Don't pressure yourself to come out just because other people are coming out. Everyone has different life circumstances. For me, because I had a more open-minded family and friends, that's why it was easier for me to come out. But not many people have that, and if you don't have that, then it's fine, but don't pressure yourself to do something that makes you uncomfortable, because you might never know what might happen to you when you come out to your family. I've heard like so many stories of them like chasing them out of their houses and like whatnot. It's really so bad. So you should definitely like look back at your own life and see what is the best decision that you should make and do. And it is a sad story though, that if you can't come out because of your own circle, but you know, you rather be
comfortable.
Comfortable even though you cannot express yourself. But I think basically my advice is just don't do something just because other people are telling you to. Just it is your own life, it is your own decision. Just do whatever makes you feel happy.
And for your betterment.
For your betterment, and know that the queer community is always out there to support anyone who comes out or anything like that, we are always here. So you don't have to feel that you have to come out now. You can come out wherever you like. Or
Follow your follow your instincts. Do it at your own pace. Because you can't rush change.
Exactly.
Especially on a personal level.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just wanted to touch on one thing that you mentioned a few minutes ago with regards to, you mentioned that during army you were telling yourself you were straight. That's something that majority of the people, they won't know what that is like. How was it like dealing with that for you? Because a lot of people might not know what that's like. So how was it like for you?
I think for me, the reason why I had that mindset was because actually initially when I was younger, I actually liked girls, right? Like crushes on girls.
Right.
Then like I felt that, and as I grew older, it sort of like changed. My sexuality kind of like changed, or my orientation changed. But it's not that I didn't like guys or anything since young. I feel like it was always in there, but then because I just like put it at the back of my head. But yeah, and it was because of what I was experiencing when I was younger. That's why when I was in the army, I was like, oh no, okay, I think I have it in me to be straight.
Right.
Yeah, so that is why I was battling with that thought. But I think the people who helped me is one of my sisters. She's also queer. So when she came out to me, because I didn't know, and then when she told me about her own past, and I also have friends who are queer who also told me their stories as well. So hearing all their stories, I'm like, if people who are close to me are already being able to express themselves freely and are already like being allowing me to talk to them about how I'm having this battle with my own sexuality, then yeah, it basically helped me to come out in that process, I guess. Yeah.
I think one thing you're telling that you came to know stories of personal stories and all that. What are some of the misconceptions that you think people have?
I feel that one of the misconceptions is that a lot of people think that there was a turning point for us to become gay or lesbian or whatever.
Right. Okay.
But truly, I feel that we were just born this way. It is very odd when people ask us, so when do you know you were gay? But like, I don't know. When do you know you were straight? When do you know you like girls? When do you know you like guys? Like, there isn't an answer to that at all. Yeah, so I feel that is one misconception. And then, yeah, I feel like most of the misconceptions comes from people with traditional mindset thinking that, marriage is between a man and woman, or like, having a family should only be between a man or woman, or if you're a man you should only like woman, and vice versa. But honestly, like what I said before, that's just putting us human beings in a box when we are so much more fluid than that. We change over time, we evolve over time, so you can't expect us to be that way, which is not what many people understand. There is also a lot of play in terms of feminine and masculine energy. You can be a guy, but you can have feminine energy. You can be a girl and you can have masculine energy. And I feel that everyone has that variation of energy, like you're 50% that or 75% that. So that is why it creates this whole spectrum. And that is why, there are all these... you have all of us queer folks because we all exist in that different percentage of masculine and feminine energy, and so I feel like that is what
the misconceptions lah.
Okay,
okay,
cool. So now let's transit into your TikTok.
Okay.
I see my wife was the one who introduced me to your
profile. Okay.
So she first showed me the calm down I was like, okay, good. You know why? Because I was actually, before I saw your video, I was copying the dance at home because it was a trend at that time, right?
Yeah, it was.
Shit, I shouldn't have told you this.
Thank you. Mati, mela sollu.
You have a video of you doing that?
இல்ல வீடியோ இருக்கட்டும். மச்சி நீ கதையை சொல்லு.
இருக்கும். Actually name now Sugan lah. I didn't know Sugan when we went.
ஸோ நேர்களே அந்த வீடியோ வந்து நம்ம டிக்டாக்ல வந்து கண்டிப்பா வரும். ஆணி தரமா உறுதி கொடுக்குறேன். வரும்.
தொலைபேசியிலே இருக்கும்.
வரும். இல்ல இவனை வச்சு
அது வரும் ஆனா வராது. So basically I was doing that dance and my wife showed me, hey, this is how the dance supposed to be like. All like, and I was like, okay, I cannot do that. This is too high level for me. My hips cannot move until like that.
Forget the hips. அந்த leg movement இருக்குல்ல, எனக்கு வந்து ACL-ட்ட.
Oh, ouch.
அது நான் நார்மலா நடந்தாலும் என்ன பண்ணுவேன்.
Bro, I tell you, I was walking one time to we just left a cinema. We were walking towards the taxi stand. I was walking, suddenly he just fell down behind.
Oh my god.
It happens every time.
Oh shit.
Like, until when we
That's so bad, no?
When I go out to meet him, right, it's expected that he'll fall down at least once. It hasn't happened yet today.
Hey,
So don't manifest.
I really fall. You just didn't see.
Oh yeah.
You just didn't see.
Thanks for telling me. Until like, it goes to a point where we play football, right?
Yeah.
It was a weekly thing. I told you off air. We play weekly.
Yeah.
And when we first got to know him, when he started falling down, we were like, oh bro, you okay now? Oh bro, you okay now? After like 2-3 months, right?
They just started
Our team will go and have a water break, and the opponent team will be, bro, you okay not? Then we'll be telling them, bro, this happen every week. Chill.
No, I will legitimately have an injury. What follow from the Sharif இன்னொரு host இருக்காரு. Sharif, hey, play on.
It's too desensitized already. Because it happens so often already. Like, why?
I am drunk friends. Terrible. Demon.
You have good friends.
Actually, I have good friends.
But you doing like physiotherapy for that or something, or like
Just hand to mouth eating therapy. அவ்வளவுதான்.
eating therapy?
That's it.
It's called the biryani diet. So basically, okay. So now we're talking about the dance, right? So like, it was a passion for you since you were a kid, I assume.
Yeah, I was dancing since I was a kid. Yeah.
Like, what ignited that passion for you? Like, do you have like a famous like a dancer or any role model that you have that you wanted to like mimic?
Actually, I think what ignited me was my parents, because they would always like listen to music. They would just get drunk and just dance in the hall and. Yeah, just like party and I'm like, okay, mom and dad.
That
when
is
I was
fun.
literally a kid.
That is fun.
Yeah, so like I see them like grooving, and then I also start grooving. And then when I went to primary school, I joined dance, and then I was dancing for a while there. Yeah, and then I stopped in secondary school because there were no dance CCAs. Then I continued back in JC, and then ever since JC, I just continued dancing.
So that actually sounds fun. That's like you know like. To actually dance with your parents and have that moment.
Exactly.
I think that's like amazing, honestly.
For me, it was different. I didn't dance. I just looked at the people and I was like, It never. Only when I was growing older, then I realized, it's actually quite fun to do.
Yeah.
Because when you're young, for me, I was just watching TV, just absorbing, not really practicing. Because the context in my family, we really just sit and watch. So it's nice to like have like a party vibe. And all that. So is there any like particular dancer that you look up to? Or like to follow the style of?
Particular dancer.
Or who you think is good if you don't like follow it?
I do have a few influencers that I follow on Instagram, even though I forgot the names already. But yeah, so it is more like dancehall, I would say. Dancehall is like a Jamaican style of dance genre.
Okay.
Where they dance to like reggaeton songs, like Sean Paul and like yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, because those are the songs that my parents used to listen when when I was younger. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what prompted you? Because TikTok, right, is a fairly new platform in our country and all that. So like, what like inspire you to like start posting dance videos and all that?
Actually, initially when I created my TikTok, I was just scrolling for fun,
right?
And then I realized there were so many Singaporean creators who were dancing, and I was like, why not? Let me just try. So I literally just experimented. I just like tried to do all the dance trends that were out there, and I felt that it was like gathering some views. Then I was like, okay, that motivated me, and then I just it just sparked from there on, like
அதோட அந்த டான்ஸோட சேர்த்து you added the photo shoots, like I said, it was unique photo shoots. You don't see like Murkiya Misa and all that, but then with the goal and all that. I wanted to touch upon that because you gave a very nice explanation for that in one of the podcasts that you did previously.
Yeah.
Why
Okay, so I feel like that I started doing transitions because I saw like many Indian influencers who were in America, Canada doing it. Then I was like, why are there not like Singaporean Indian influencers like doing like, probably there are, but then I didn't really see it that people doing like transitions, you know. So that was one part of it. And then the other part of it that when I was younger, I always watched the Ram Leela and Baji Ramastani shows where it's very traditional.
Right.
And that really like sparked my interest in my own culture. I was like, wow, like it is so beautiful to like see so many jewelries and all of that. Which is why when I saw those Indian influencers on TikTok, I then just started buying jewelries, and I think I used my sister's sari or something like that also, and then just did transition videos. And yeah, I feel that is also one way how I wanted to express myself, and to show that even with a mustache like this, you can go ahead and wear your mukati or whatever you want to, wear your earrings if you want to, because like who even like put rule that only women should be wearing jewelries, or who put a rule that only women should be wearing saris. There's so many ways that you can wear saris as a man as well. So I wanted to like break all those boundaries to show that you can be masculine and feminine or whatever you want to be at the same time. And in the previous podcast, I did say, you know, like in the past, all the kings had like so many jewelries done onto them, and nobody said anything. Their fashion sense literally was so good. I'm just like, what happened now? Like,
I'll tell you what happened.
What happened?
Nagavela இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கிறப்ப
That is very true. I agree.
the gold price.
It's actually a fair point.
It is very true.
But actually, I think it's true, you know. It's like
Yeah.
the Naga extent, like the gold thing and all that is something like, you know, if you see like, if you like look at rappers, a lot of them have like bling and like they are donned with chains and gold and all that. It's like a thing, but here not so much. To some extent, only if you attend a wedding or something, they're expected to wear, and that so is more for like perception sake. When people look at the tango and they think, oh,
Exactly.
you got money.
Then the aunties were overdressed more than the bride. Then there's that whole drama that goes on.
சாப்பாடு நல்லா இல்ல.
Bro, like nowadays you attend wedding, right? Is as if people are competing for attention with the couple like that.
Actually.
It seems like that. Like, they dress up so much, and then sometimes when you look at the group photo, you don't know who's the bride.
இல்ல இது எப்படி தெரியுமா இருக்கு, அந்த ரஜினிகாந்த் and செந்தில் காமெடி சட்டை அவருது ஆனா மாப்பிள்ள
டேய் மாப்பிள்ள அவரு ஆனா சட்டை என்னடா டேய் ரிவர்ஸ். Okay, so like when you're posting more videos on TikTok and all that, right? So like what's the creative process for you, like when you're putting the dance? Do you like pick a dance based on what's in trend, or is there a specific style that you mentioned that you like to do, like the reggaeton style and all that, right? Is there like, do you follow a balance between trends and your interests, or do you just go by feel?
Honestly, I just go by feel, like whatever. Like I don't really stick to one dance genre or anything like that. Basically, if it looks fun to do, I would definitely do it. And it doesn't matter if it's trending or not. Like if it's a nice song that I want to dance to, then I'll just dance to it. Yeah, I'll just learn it. Yeah.
So there's no, as long as you feel it, it's a feel.
Yeah,
a feel.
because I feel that if I'm just doing dance trend and I have no feels to it towards it, then I feel like I wouldn't be satisfied with what I put up. Yeah, I have to make sure that I actually like it and have the feel to dance to it. Then I would feel satisfied. Yeah.
Actually, maybe then I can roughly understand why your dance. You know, you're saying your dance videos got a bit of more views in that sense. It's like cooking. அது வந்து நீங்க ரசிச்சு சமைச்சாக்கா
பேட்டேலா
yeah. So the dances that you're doing, like you're not doing it for the sake of, you know, love water. And you express that in a dance, and I think that is probably one of the key reasons why you're well known on TikTok in that sense. அதான் சொன்னேன் குழந்தைங்க கூட தெரியும்.
I think you'll get there lah.
Get there.
I mean, it goes to show, like, to be honest, no matter what you do, if you do things like உங்களோட interest, if your passion and your heart is in it, you will definitely, over the long term, I think, and if coupled with hard work, I think people will definitely be able to reap the rewards. I think that's one of the things that people can take away from this episode as well. So since you're talking about dancing, right? What are some of, off the top of your head, what are some of the favorite songs for you to dance to?
I think at the top of my head, I think if you want to say Indian songs, will be Maya Maya. The second song is Love and Attention by Wizkid. Featuring Wizkid.
Okay.
And then the other one would be Beyonce and Sean Paul's Baby Boy. Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
Right.
3.
Cool. So any of you who are keen to try some dancing, these are some recommendations.
அடுத்த key trends அதுதான் அந்த மையா
Yeah, you guys should do. And then wear like the crop top and show like like what they do in Tamil movies.
எனக்கு வந்து ஹாஸ்பிடல் பெட் கண்டிப்பா ரெடி. கிராப் டாப் விட்டுருங்க. அந்த ஒரு ஸ்டெப் அப்படி எடுத்தாலே finish.
Bro, he got ACL once surgery.
One surgery, multiple more to go.
I had 3 already.
It's all because of football, right?
Huh? Yeah. So first one is because of
guys,
football.
be careful when you do football.
Yeah, but now as I grow old, I realize I need to love my knees a bit more. That's why now I recently turned down football invitations.
So so far I had an awesome conversation.
Yeah,
It's been a very insightful conversation. One final question to wrap up the conversation. TikTok, right?
Yeah.
And the platform, as for content creators, there are many talented people out there. அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு advice கொடுப்பீங்கன்னா என்ன சொல்லுவீங்க to share your talent?
Because I feel like there are a lot of talented people out there who don't want to put themselves on social media, and that's totally fine. I feel like once again, it is your own life choices, and if you feel like you want to put yourself out there, then go ahead. But you need to know when you put yourself out there, there's gonna be a lot of comments that you have to try to understand that they are not like they're just merely just trying to spread hate or whatnot. It shouldn't define you as a person. You are not that person that they describe you as in their comments. And if it's really your passion and your interest, I would say it would just do it and don't. And the thing is, when you're starting out, don't expect like views or like likes immediately. It is something that is a process that you have to deal with. It is not that you're not good or anything. It is just that the algorithm takes time to
Right.
like to see your videos and everything. And yeah, as you keep doing it, you realize that
the people will start looking at
people will start looking
Patience is key.
Appreciate your talent basically online. And and if you are doing currently, just don't give up. Currently for me my views have gone stagnant, but I'm still like just posting as much as I can, or whenever I have the time to, and also just post at your own time, like
and the love order pandrathu.
Exactly. Tying
back to the whole topic, I would actually end this topic in one line: love has no boundaries.
Yes.
Love has no boundaries in that
Slay.
So yes.
Next Tiruvalluvar.
திருவள்ளுவர் நல்லவரா இல்ல அத மட்டும் கேட்டாரு. சரி விட்டு.
So you're a bootleg திருவள்ளுவர்.
இல்ல அது ஔவையார் தானே. ஆத்திச்சுடி ஔவையார் தானே.
டேய் யாரா? டேய் நீ
நேயர்களே, thank you for listening to this episode. Rajun, thank you for coming on this episode.
Thank you for having us. Having me.
We had a great time, we had an insightful convo. Hopefully you had a great time.
Yes, I had an amazing time.
And
okay. Yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you soon.